Let's actually move on to something that we have all played. Of course, Jordan and I already discussed this a little bit during the Assassin's Cast, but we kind of wanted your opinion to weigh in on this as well, Joyce. We're of course talking about the Valhalla Mastery Challenges. They came out last week. We've all been playing them. We've also all been playing them on stream. So if you tuned in last week, at pretty much any day that wasn't Monday, you could have watched us suffer away in order to get gold medals. So, with that introduction, Joyce, let's start with you. What do you think of them? Do you like them?
I mean, first of all, if you guys want to see some highlights from that Twitch stream, you can tune into our Instagram because I edited some highlights from the Twitch stream. But yeah, did I like them? Yes, and in certain way that it was indeed it was challenging, and it was also forcing me to use tactics that I never use in games like parry. I almost never use the parry.
You don't parry?
No, I don't.
Whoa.
This is what it feels like when I tell people I don't use stealth. That's weird. Okay, interesting. Please continue.
I never really used it in Odyssey either. But to be fair, I think in Valhalla it feels a little bit better. In Odyssey, you had to use both buttons, both shoulder buttons.
Yeah, L1, R1.
But in Valhalla, it's like L1 and you're going, and it's actually really needed for some of the stun bars. But okay, Joyce, I think that's actually pretty impressive that you play through the whole game without really.
You do usually play at range, right? Because then it already makes more sense.
I mean, you can even look up my stats in UB Connect, and you see parry. That's low.
Okay, interesting.
It's a low number. I don't even remember how much or how low, but usually I'm indeed a range player, so I like the wolf challenges the best, I think, because it really uses you to use your bow in a different way, like for example indirect damage, like fire damage or explosive damage, and that's really cool because first I was all like headshot, like why does the damage count? Oh wait, it says indirect damage, that doesn't mean. So that also gave me a thing like, oh, now I get it. So that I really like, but that's maybe now comes the part with the bear challenges, because those are the most challenging for me, because sometimes you have to use parry or you have to use stun attack, and sometimes I have no idea, like how do you get them to the stun bar without damaging them too much that they all die before that happens. So I have to
parry.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh no, I have to use a tactic that I almost never use in game.
That's actually a good point. Like, it also kind of is weird because was there a tutorial in Valhalla? It was like 200 hours ago.
About parrying?
I'm pretty sure there was.
Yeah, just one time. Hey, incoming attack, parry at the right time, or something. Maybe at the boss fight before your father's ex or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the one, because there they also explain the unblockable attacks. Also gonna go ahead and thank Teeny Voice for the cheer as well, real quick. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. I'm trying to look up my stats now, because I'm trying to figure out
nice, yeah.
How many parries did Joyce do?
I'm gonna look it up as well for like to get like a
pleasure. This could be a fun thing actually for the podcast, where we kind of put our stats next to each other and see who has the most in what category.
Oh yeah, that's actually fun.
We should save that. We should do a proper comparison, like maybe in the next podcast. I think
or do one per episode.
That's also a good thing. Yeah.
Oh, I got it in Dutch. I don't know what. Shit.
Alright.
That would be pareren. It's practically the same.
Really
word.
pareren?
Yeah.
I can't see it at the.
Listen, I read fantasy books in Dutch when I was young.
Okay, but let's continue about the conversation while we look.
Yeah. So
we can compare stats later.
Yeah, did I like them overall? Yes. There is one thing though, and that Yor has already mentioned that a lot of times in stream and also on the cast. If you do one mistake, it's all over. Like gold is gone. You have to start all over again, and that's something that I get why they've done it to make it really challengeable and really replayable, but sometimes it's really annoying when you're almost there and you F up. And that's if you want to get like, I know you don't have to get gold in anything, like in everything. You just have to get gold for Skady's Blade, for example. Also, a little reminder for people: it's almost over. Do it now.
Get your golds.
Yeah, it's Tuesday, so before the weekly reset, actually.
Yeah, that's today.
Get gold, get good.
today's your last day.
Very helpful.
Well, yeah.
Hey, we had a pro tips video. Watch
we do,
that.
we do.
Yeah, we do have a pretty pro tips video. Go watch that. And for the quest line with the old lady, I kind of forgot her name. Hildebrand.
Hildebrand.
Thank you. You also need a couple gold because you have to open the door and you have to get through her
Turns
quest
out
line.
you don't need gold for that. People said that in the chat or like in the comments. So I'm like kind of.
But you need at least a couple to.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah, I don't know. Someone said it.
For that final one. Like, it might also be, I don't know whether they actually checked it or not, but maybe if you already have the required amount of golds, it just doesn't show up when you get the quest.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I thought, I already had 3 or 4 before the end of the mission, so I did not see that anymore. But some people said, yeah, you don't need it. I don't know. Maybe some people in the chat can now... You don't need gold medals.
Gold medals.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is great. Like that's really the thing. Like what you said, it's true, Joyce. If you make one mistake, it's over. But for the gold medal, and that's really what I wanted to make clear in the pro tips video as well, and during the SS cast, don't go for gold. It's not needed, and that's why, they still have to better communicate that. But overall, I think it's great. It's really, in a way, for everyone.
Yeah.
With during our post-launch interview with Jose, it was really clear that sure you find the river raids too easy, but we actually had a lot of data that showed that people found it too hard because when you do die, you have to start all over, which it's maybe disheartening, and that's why they maybe did not want to make the river raids as hard as the master challenges are, because replaying a river raid, of course, takes way more time. But they could have done a better job with. We talked about it in the SS cast as well. Go check that out on SoundCloud, on iTunes, Spotify, where we all said maybe the first time you tried the challenge, there should not have been any medals, right? So that's so there's a first time version and after completing the quest, Hildebrand says, hey, did you like the challenges? Well, you can go back now and earn the gold medal. Maybe that would have been a better way. But I totally think because there will be more mastery challenges in the future, according to data mining, that they will change that because they've been pretty good with feedback so far.
I mean, of course, if you wanna you only need gold if you want to get all the weapons at Hildebrand or the trophy, because there is a trophy where you have to get all the gold medals.
That's the biggest problem for people, that the trophy is linked to all gold medals.
Yeah, because you have a trophy for 1 gold medal, which is easily doable. But if you want to get them all, that's gotta get them all. If you want to do that, that's gonna be tough, at least for me, because that's one thing I have with the river raids at a certain point as well. I wasn't tempted to go into the weekend and play them. Play the mastery challenges at that time. But also maybe because I really wanted to finish Rift Apart because it was almost there. You know, if you have a game and you're almost there, you want to finish it.
Yeah,
you know, that's maybe what okay, I'm going to do this first and then that later. And because, overall, it was it's a really good update, a free update at that, and to keep it story spoiler free, it's at the end it looks like there's more to this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, watch the full reveal of the Mastery Door video if you haven't yet, with our speculation about that.
Yeah,
and by the way, wanna insert one interesting thing about the trophy, because I saw a lot of people kind of sad about this. But the Master Challenge trophy is a separate tab.
Yeah.
So it's not that, because that was previously the case on PS4 with a lot of games when DLC was still being figured out, where it would be that new trophies were added, and then if you already had the platinum, your 100% would go down. But that's not the case. You will still have 100% and the platinum trophy, and there will just be a separate tab, like with the Wrath of the Druids, that now says 33%. So, I get why a lot of trophy people are I want everything 100%, but the kind of idea behind this mode is that it's super challenging. It's a mastery challenge.
Yeah, I'm actually glad they did that.
Yeah,
I think
Also
I'd much
means that-
rather have a trophy that is connected to something that is really difficult but just requires practice than just something that takes a really long time. Like, if I'd had to pick between grinding for that trophy or grinding for the trophy that is like complete 100% complete all regions on the map, I'd much rather do the mastery challenges. I think that's probably a personal thing. But I
Yeah,
think it's better. Like, they're called trophies or achievements. They should be rewarded for something that is considered an achievement. And the first one, like the master challenges, is actually an achievement because you conquered something, whereas doing all regions 100% is just a time investment. I feel.
did you play Titanfall 2,
I did.
the single player?
I
Joyce,
did.
you?
No.
One of the trophies there is like there's like at the start of the game there's a tutorial where you have to get a time trial right,
Yeah.
and that is also a trophy, and that was for
Oh
a lot of
God.
people like, damn, I hate this. Like, it's so hard, and also compared to the other trophies. So this was like the final trophy that all the people needed, and that was stopping them from getting the platinum. And I am not sure if that is the right way to do it, but like that's why I like their approach here. Yeah, we're not adding it to the base game, but we're making a separate tab that says mastery challenges.
Yeah.
Get the 100
No,
points.
that's why I do think it's okay, because I understand that something like this is frustrating if it stops you from getting a platinum trophy. But in this specific case, it doesn't really matter all that much, and that's why I think it's actually okay that they did it like this. I still understand that it leads to frustration from some people, but on the other hand, like, you can't win, because if the platinum's too easy, people will complain about it being too
Yeah, for
easy,
sure.
and if it takes too long, there's always
I'm-
something to complain
yeah.
about.
I'm happy with the monster challenges how they are, but I do think that what Joyce said is true. Like, they should make it so that, for example, with a hunter challenge or with a wolf challenge, if you miss one weak point, you can still get 1,000 points. Like, you can't control everything, and we saw that in the Twitch highlights as well. Again on Instagram.com/jorraptor, where you're shooting an arrow and an enemy just jumps off his fucking tower.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
that's hilarious.
so if that happens for the final kill that you need,
Mhm.
you have to replay the whole master challenge. There are some things that are just beyond your control that are stopping you from getting the gold medal. So they have to tweak that. And I think really, I don't think they're gonna tweak the master challenges that are here. Maybe they will. I don't think they will. And then, or they could change it for the future where a gold medal doesn't mean you need to get the max amount of points. So that's like gold medal is 950. That would maybe be a good solution. And
Yeah.
then you can still get the 1,000 points and be like brag about that. But if you want the gold medal for the trophy, then you just have to get 950. So there's some room for mistakes or things beyond your control.
Yeah, but like you already said, they're probably gonna fine tune this if they're gonna do a second iteration of it. Like, we already saw some of the tuning changes that, for instance, the Ostara Festival did when compared to the other one. I forgot the
Yule.
name. At the beginning. Yule Festival, yeah, because of the way that the Viking Brawl worked and the rewards for that. That was already a pretty significant change. So definitely, I can see them switching up the reward system. Maybe add like an extra tier. Maybe if you perfect it, you get platinum, and that's just for bragging rights. And then lower the barrier of entry to gold. Like, there are a lot of like relatively easy fixes to fix the reward system, because I think that's what's most frustrating to people. If you do want all of the weapons, you do have to get all of them on gold, and I think that's
Yes.
also something frustrating. Although we kind of already discussed that in a video as well. But if you want to get all of them for the perks, you don't really need to bother, because some of them are way more useful than others, and some of them are just... You can get them for the skins, because they all look really cool. But perk-wise...
I am excited to get all of them gold, though. Like Joyce said, that's just a Valhalla problem. Like, the rewards are not that exciting. There are only 2 weapons that are really worth it for the rewards. It would have been cool to have like the Sword of Eden, where like they really had like a different effect to it, like some sort of crazy weapon that you could maybe get after. I don't know if that would be, because then you make getting all the golds even more of a pain for people who just want the weapon. But like, the weapons, the rewards are just not that exciting. The settlement items are pretty bad, apart from the shrine. And the tattoos
And apart from the
also-
really
the
cute
baby
light blue
Blazier.
brazier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
Oh my
small.
god.
Oh my
When I looked at it, I was like, "Oh God, is this really it? Like, is this a bug?" And then I remembered in the wolf challenges, you have the blue braziers like at the side, so
Yeah,
that's what they do it from.
Yeah, that's
But
what they're
like,
based on.
you have a really great brazier. Is it a brazier or is it light? Well, anyway, there's like a ton of braziers and settlement items that you can get. But this one was definitely like, where am I gonna put this? That's one
yeah,
thing. Like, I think it's really cute, not gonna lie. But it's like, where do you want to put this in your settlement? Because there is like space for such a big thing. So
yeah.
you
It
put it
looks
there and
really,
you see the space around it that's still available. So that's why I'm like, okay, where would I put something like that? But I have to agree, settlement are okay. I mean, they're okay. They're
yeah,
not
but not for
exciting.
the like this challenge is pretty hard. It takes a lot of time,
Yeah.
and it's just similar to a Yule festival where you have to like do a drinking game a couple of times. Like the yeah, I wish there were at least like one really cool weapon. Like if you are not playing the monster challenges, not getting the weapons or items, you're not missing out. And I think that maybe entice us to really go and spend some
Yeah.
extra time.
Also, one thing that I was a little bit, I mean, not mad about, but just like, oh, Ubisoft, you're on to us, is that they raised the price of the head tattoo, especially, and the rest was all 50.
Mhm.
And I was like,
Uh,
oh, you sons of. Like, I had so many times during stream last week. There's this head tattoo that you can find via the Flying Papers in England with Valhalla that a lot of people have asked about. But I get it because the head tattoo is something that you see every time, like with no matter what hairstyle you have. So I get that they raised the price for that, but I'm like, oh, that's just sneaky. Like why? Like this. So
Because
makes
they know.
sense.
Because
Yeah,
they know.
that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, damn it, they're on to us. Like I don't want. I mean, also because I thought the head tattoo was not my favorite, to be honest. Like it didn't really impact me with the tears and like the diamond in front. Like the tattoo that everybody asked about during stream is I'm using it every time because it's just my favorite. And you can find it in game.
Yeah, and I mean the tattoo quality has been, but let's not get too in depth about that. But the tattoo quality has been a bit,
Sorry.
bit up and down. No, don't worry. We all get off track sometimes. Like we suddenly we got an intro tune, so sometimes wonderful things happen. But
One
yeah,
thing I'm gonna say about the tattoos, I'm still waiting for those Easter tattoos. So Ubisoft, when are gonna be released? I can't even talk right now. Okay,
the
that's it.
Isu tattoos
There is
and
a tattoo
Unibear.
item in the store right now though, in the Reda shop.
Oh,
Which usually means that if the previous item is at Reda, it means that the new item pack is coming. So I think tomorrow we get that new one.
oh, I hope
And
so.
hopefully a new wolf variant. If they are really gonna release the cougar mount, if they're gonna do the same tactic as with the lion mount, I think it's gonna be the wolf mount, the ghost wolf.
Ghost
That's my
Wolf.
prediction. Yeah, that's my pick.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because which was the one we had already? The white one?
No,
Yeah.
no,
The Helheim one.
Hallucination
The Helheim one. Yeah.
The least exciting one.
You have the black one as well still.
That's really cool, but I think they're gonna do the ghost one because that's also still not a, yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's a man one. It's like
Find
a
out
cool one.
tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, find out tomorrow in the weekly reset stream.
Yes.
And if you watch this later at Raptor, you will know if we
Mhm.
were we were wrong or right.